Stop chasing. Listen, now in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how I 5x my money in just a couple of days, not day trading, but just taking one simple trade, okay? And I'm gonna break down how you can do the same thing and how you can spot these opportunities in the market. But before we move forward, I need you to like this so that we can get this in front of more people that need to see it. Again, I will never gatekeep the knowledge and the levels. Just don't gatekeep those likes. All right, so just hit that button, and we good. Now, this play was something that I've been kind of keeping my eye on for quite some time. This play had a nice run up, but I knew that the better opportunity was going to come in the pullback, as so many other opportunities. All right, when we get a stock that breaks out, we tend to want to go after it. We tend to want to follow behind it, which is called FOMO. But those seasoned investors that know that when a stock pulls back, there's a better opportunity for it to go even higher are the ones that get wealthy, right? These are the ones that get paid and consistently avoid trades going against them. Okay, there's a reason I start all my videos off with what? Stop chasing, right? We don't chase trades. We let the most beautiful setups come to us. And that's exactly what happened on INTC. Okay, so I'm going to jump onto the charts real quick and show you exactly what happened, what my thought process was, how I analyzed the stock, what the result was, and again, how you can do the same thing. So I have Intel pulled up right here on the daily, and Intel has been doing pretty well for the for the past month or so, right? We've been seeing a consistent upward direction, right? We've seen little slight pullbacks, but it's been consistently like staying above the VWAP, pull back below it, maybe once or twice, but for the most part, it has been steadily going up in an uptrend, right? But with it going up, I knew that, especially right here on the 21st, I knew that at some point it was going to pull back. Now there's some historical levels if you look to the left of the chart that you'll be able to see. I'm not going to do it right here, but if you bring this up on the daily and then you look over, there are some historical levels. And 53 to 54 was a zone that I was saying that if we could break through it, it would continue to pump. But any level that you're looking for something to break through can also be what? A resistance level, right? It can be something that pushes the stock down. That's exactly what happened here on January 22nd, okay? The stock pushed all the way down into this bullish order block. If you do not have order blocks as an indicator, I would recommend you go to your trading view and then go right here, click on indicators, and then type in order block detector, right? Order block detector, right? And it's going to be this one right here, order block detector by Lux Algo. Please do me a favor and make sure that you add that to your charts. Okay, this is going to help you tremendously on being able to identify really good plays. Now, what is an order block? An order block is where institutions or smart money is buying stocks, right? This can also be red. This block right here can also be red, which will be in a resistance area, which is where institutions are selling stocks. You'll find that some of the biggest opportunities are taking place around these areas. So instead of trying to trade and get in and get out of every trade throughout the day, you have to exercise patience for these levels to be reached and there to be some sort of pattern or confluence formed at those levels so that you can then make a decision about entry, okay? Now, back to the Intel play, what happened was this came down to an order block. On this day, Monday, this is when I decided to enter at the end of the day. I saw that this particular stock, though it is a bearish candlestick, right? This is a bearish candlestick. However, I saw the amount of volume that was coming in and I realized that, oh, this is a level of support. This was the resistance level, that it broke through. So it's going to now be support. So even though this was a bearish candlestick, I knew that with that volume coming in, that we would soon see a pop on Intel, right? Especially since it's sitting in this order block. There were a lot of contracts that were being signaled. Okay, there's a multitude of ways that you can figure out this information, but we get it in our group, the Prosperity Collective, through our bots, right? We have bots that send us data about who's buying what, which is a very, very valuable thing to have because it allows us to make plays very quickly. Okay, now when I saw this, I'm like, okay, let me wait to see how it closes at the end of the day. I just wanted to make sure that it didn't break below this bullish order block. If it would have broke below the bullish order block and below this 9 EMA, then it could have possibly wanted to come down a little bit further, possibly even into the 30s, right? So I wanted to wait to see that. I saw that it didn't. I entered, and then the next day it went up here, and I wound up being up about 70%, right? And I talked about this on my live, right? I go live every day at 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 Eastern, right? I go live and I discuss the levels. The reason I go live at that time is because it gives you time to actually enter plays like this before the market closes. So when you're looking at something on a daily time frame, a lot of people ask, like, if I see a setup on a daily time frame, didn't it already happen? Isn't it too late for me to get in the next day if it already happened? That's the reason that we get in the last 5 to 10 minutes, because you can see how a stock is closing within the last 5 to 10 minutes, right? But you still, unlike the next day, get to have your entry and be positioned. So when that stock goes up, your money is already being made without you having to do anything else. So right here, that happened. We jumped up about 3% yesterday, and that put those weekly contracts up about 70%. And they put those, I had some other contracts out to March 20th, right? So 320. Had those out, and that was maybe about 20 to 30% yesterday, okay? So what I said again on yesterday's live was, hey y'all, we are closing, and I gave people who weren't even in the trade already, because I went on live Monday and we took it, but there's some people that were newcomers that joined yesterday, and I was like, okay y'all, we can get in it today too, but this is the scenario. I said, if we get this candle to close inside of this candle, that is a form of a bullish harami. Okay, a bullish harami is when the previous candle engulfs the following candle, right? That tends to happen after there's been a strong push downward, right? So we didn't gap up, but we did push up because we opened up higher than what we closed, but it wasn't a gap. I'm like, okay, that forms an inside candle. Typically, a bearish harami is like in the center of a stock, so it would have been like somewhere around here. But the thing about patterns is you have to understand that these charts are more of an art. Sometimes it can look a little abstract. Sometimes it won't look exactly like the pattern that you learned from this very polished, depiction of what it is, right? Sometimes it's going to be a little skinny inside candle. Sometimes the inside candle may be a little thicker, but the whole idea is just having a candle inside of this showing that there was a push up. We got that, right? So that shows that, okay, buyers are present. It was up 3%. So I got on live again yesterday. I was like, yo, if we close like this and you're not already in the trade, because we already up, it'd be a good time to get in the trade. So we had some people that were already up, that added contracts. We have some people that were not in yet that decided to get in. And then today, look at what happened. We got this major push up, and Intel is up nearly 10%. This yielded me 400% in an account, and I'm showing you right here, 400% on my weekly contracts, and I got 107% on my contracts out to March, right? This stock still has a ways to go. We were actually planning on taking this all the way up to here. You see, I got take profits written right there. This is all documented stuff, right? You can go look at my live. This same stuff is on there, already documented, right? But what I've noticed is that, okay, we have FOMC today. We got a 10% move down there today that took us to 400% and 100%. We are winning. There's no reason to ever let a trade go against you that you up 400% or 100%. You take profit and then you recalibrate. Like I said, this particular play is not over because I believe it will retrace to the highs, especially if you have it out for about 30 days. But if FOMC comes in unfavorable and we have some sort of like negative news or something like that, this could come back and retest this level here around 44.50, which could give us another opportunity to enter. Okay, so when I give you a target of take profits, you got to start to use like a little bit of your, like common sense when it comes to like, okay, if I got a move that's 10% and the average move on this is maybe like 1 to 2%, that means I got almost 5 days worth of moves in one candlestick. So that's a gift, what I like to call it. It's a gift. When you get a gift or you get a move that is unprecedented, like way bigger than what it normally would be, right? Then you have to take those profits. It doesn't mean that you're done with the play, but it means now you can sit back and analyze like, okay, I see what's going on. All right, we got our money, we good. I took my profits, I took a percentage of it and, and saved it. I paid myself, paid taxes. Like I've done all the little things that I need to do with my big profits. And now I can sit back and see if there's an opportunity for me to make a little bit more. All right. And when you start to think like that and approach the market like that, that's how you really start to accumulate money. Every now and then, I told y'all plenty of times, the market is going to give you a gift, right? But when you get that gift, you can't get greedy. You can't squander it. You have to do what a person who is receiving the gift should do is you cherish it. You be grateful for it and you honor it, right? So we get out. All right, so we got out, and again, like I said, I'll be on live again today talking about what the next move is for this. So yeah, it's all love. I think that plays like this when they come around, especially like I said, off of pullback to an order block, they just like it's no telling how quickly you're going to be able to make your profits, right? We were predicting this to happen in a couple of weeks. It happened in 2 days, right? So again, we got our money, we took our profits, and now we're waiting for the next move. So what could possibly happen is we could come and form a double bottom down here, right? This could be the neckline. We could have some sort of news on FOMC or people not really feeling what Powell is talking about, and we can see it come down here and form a double bottom or a W shape, right? And come just like this, boom, come down here and then take a wave up and then go to retrace the highs. All right, so it's important to follow along, watch my videos. If you want to be a part of the community, the link is in the description. I'm telling you, y'all, like we've been doing this, for a while now. We've gotten a lot of results. We are not, a group of popular faces and influencers. That's not our vibe. We are here to truly get you profits. And if that's what you care most about, then the Prosperity Collective is the way. If you care more about being with who you've seen the most or who's the most popular or whatever, that don't really care much about you, then you'll probably get similar results. But the people that are coming into the Prosperity Collective, they are getting real results because they're able to talk to us directly. All right? Listen, I want to see y'all win. All right? This is why I come and do so much for free, right there. I mean, you can make money. This is a proven point that you can make money off of things that I'm giving for free already on YouTube. So just imagine what else you'll get in the group if you choose to, whenever you're ready. Okay, it's no pressure over here. All right. Again, I appreciate y'all. Again, review this video. Go watch my lives. Always keep a notebook on you to journal your trades. Always keep a notebook on you to take notes when somebody who has knowledge is talking. All right. Listen. This is the skill set that is going to help you leave that job. This is the skill set that's going to help you, build that business that you want, or just have the freedom that you want to move how you want, right? Because we know this whole system, it's a lot of pressure to get to a certain, level of income where you can start actually being your most, authentic self, which is what we all really want. We all just want to be, you know what I mean? But it's all this like jumping around that we got to do to make it happen. This is something that you can do on your own that somebody can't necessarily take from you. This is a skill set that's you versus you. You know what I mean? And if you can master this, you'll find your world just opening up in incredible ways. All right? 400% in just a couple days. You tell me somewhere else where you're going to be able to make that kind of money. Remember, invest smart, live free, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.